So you're middle class, right? My parents were middle class. Children were given a fairly much middle class upbringing. I know what it means to be middle class. My father was an officer in the British Army. I get it. I understand middle class. Believe me, I get it. Your own driveway, your own garage, your semi-detached, your manicured lawn, however you want to play it. Shop at Sainsbury's, whatever. You're middle class. I get it. I'm not middle class. I never could be again in terms of income and lifestyle and beliefs. I never could be middle class. But I want to say something about the middle class. I want them to think a little bit also about what I'm saying. I still think the Tories rely on the British middle class for a substantial number of their votes. We know from the local elections they don't like to canvass. They're too scared. They certainly won't canvass anywhere on what we might describe as working class areas. They're not going to canvass around there. They're scared to death. Yeah? They'd probably go out in large numbers, and maybe about 10 of them might arrive at somebody's door, but certainly not in ones and twos. For the Tories, too dangerous. Yeah? But middle class areas, of course, they'll do it. Middle class areas, of course, they'll turn out the votes on whatever avenue or grove or wherever you happen to be. The voters will turn out. But I want you in the middle class to think about this. At the moment, it's all running fairly well for you, isn't it? Yeah? Let's say, I don't know, what do you get? Possibly 2 holidays a year. Maybe one in the UK, maybe one abroad. Get your share of profit share. That's fine. A lot of people get profit share, I suppose, but middle classes probably get a little bit more. Let's say you're in a junior to middle management kind of job. Yeah? You get to manage the chickens like me in the old days in the call centre. You get to be the corporate bean counter or the corporate button pusher. You get to go round and whip them up to some more effort, crack the whip when the engine room tells you want more calls answering in a quicker period of time. So you send out a few emails, you go round, whip the staff into quicker response times. Okay, you do it. You're either junior or middle management. And you think to yourself, it's okay, my job's secure. Nothing can happen to me. But of course you have to deal with all the pressure put on you from above, yeah? And thereby you transfer it further down the line, and intentionally or not, you probably often end up bullying your workers for more performance, yeah? But you think your job is safe. You don't ever think that a 0 hours contract will apply to you. You don't ever think that you'll lose the home that you were planning to give to your kids when you pop your clogs with your wife. You don't think that's ever going to happen. You're pretty sure that you've got medical insurance with the company, and even if, like me, you did have to medically retire due to ill health or something, or perhaps you had a heart attack, perhaps like me you needed a bypass, you think that's fine. Company will cover it. It's all there. I'm safe. Kids, wife, property, be safe. It doesn't matter if we haven't got an NHS, because we'll be safe. I'll pay the health insurance for the kids as well. It'll be like in America, and we'll be safe. Don't be too sure about that. They're coming for you. Oh, they are. They've got us already. We're the sick, the disabled, what they probably call the sick, lame and lazy, the Wertlossessers, the non-producers in society. You know, we're the low-hanging fruit, and they've picked us off the tree just like that. We're low-hanging fruit, right? So you lot in your middle-class positions and your, junior management, senior management, middle management, and whatever, your fruit is just a bit higher up the tree. That's all. My fruit was sort of somewhere down there, out of sight. Well, your fruit is just a little bit higher up the tree, and eventually they're going to snatch it too. Believe me. They're going to snatch it when Britain is such a bad place, and when it is depending on 0 hours contract, there's no security of employment, and there's been no infrastructure investment. There's been nothing to build homes for the homeless. There's been nothing to do for the many instead of just the privileged few. When everything has been siphoned off, sapped up from the roots of that plant to feed the top 2 or 3%. Yeah? Now the rest of they're doing fine and dandy, yeah? But the rest of the plant is withering. And as it withers, you won't even be able to get 0 hours contract employees in. And suddenly there'll be no reason to have so many managers, because the staff will be down to an absolute minimum, and suddenly in your 30s or your 40s, 50s or whatever, your job will be gone. And because of what the value of the pound is worth, your pension and your investments will be worth nothing. And that house you plan to give to the 2 kids, yeah, that money you plan to pay out and let them have when you die, it's not going to be yours anymore. Even with your insurance, it's going to be used for the old dementia tax. Pay for your care. Yeah. If I were you, I'd vote Labour, not Tory. You are all right at the moment, aren't you? You're comfortable. You're going to go on holiday to the Balearics or to the USA, or perhaps you do a bit of a world cruise or something. I know you're going to do it, and good luck to you. That's just a text, by the way. So good luck to you when you do that. But you won't be doing that for much longer. Because what's got me and my class and people like me will soon be having it from you. So I leave you with that Irish tune. If you vote Tory, eventually cutting your own throat.